Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. In this video I want to show everyone on how to calculate total net volume from a topographic data. Alright, so this is a contour interpolated from a set of topographic data, and from my previous video I showed us on how to calculate volume of stockpile material within a section of the whole of the property. However, in this video I want to show us on how to calculate for the net volume of the whole of the study area. Right, so the principle is the same. Okay, so the first thing to do is to load in the perimeter, the boundary of the site. All right, from your survey plan you are expected to delineate on AutoCAD and import it on Surveyor if you are making use of the Surveyor application. So I'm just going to uncheck for this. All right, that is for the stockpile. Okay, but in this case we want to compute for the whole of the study area, the volume. So the first thing to do is to load in the perimeter of the entire site. So you do that by selecting the topographic data. You right click, scroll down to add to map, then you navigate up to base, click on base. So you need to go to the folder where you have the AutoCAD file of the total area, that is the perimeter of the entire site. Alright, so I'm going to select it here, in my case total area. This is the AutoCAD file. When you select, you click on open. It's going to bring out this option, you click on OK. Okay, so you can see this is the entire delineated perimeter of my project site. Alright, so the next thing, I'm just going to change the color to something more visible. Select polygon, come to the layer here, and make it red and increase the width to be distinct. Okay, so guys, you can see, so this is the entire perimeter area. These that is outside are just the contours that exceed the perimeter, and that is the usefulness or the importance of using Surveyor, because if you go ahead to compute the volume of the entire site without loading the perimeter, you may have inaccurate volume. Because it's going to compute all of this that is outside of your perimeter. So it is best you load your perimeter, then you compute just the quantity within your study site, okay, your project site. So after you load in your perimeter, the next thing is to click on grid. Here, when you click on grid, you navigate to volume, click on volume, so it will bring the volume option. So here on your grid file, you select the topo graded data. When you select that, you leave the lower surface on default. In my previous video I showed us the meaning of all of this, so you can refer back to that video, but you leave this on default. The Z-scale factor, you leave it on default. Then what you have to do next is the polygon boundary. You click on the drop down, then you select the AutoCAD file of your total area. Okay, I have selected that. So you are now going to see these two options activated. If you want to calculate volume inside of your project site or outside of your project site, if you check this, it is going to calculate just the volume that is exceeding, that is outside of the project perimeter. But when you check this, it is going to compute for just the volume within your perimeter. So this option is what you have to click on. Then after that, you click on OK, and it's going to automatically generate your grid volume. So you just need to scroll down, and here is the volume of the quantity for the entire project site. All right, for the entire project site. So that is how to calculate volume from a topographic data, the net volume. In my subsequent video, I'm going to show you the other methods, okay, other methods of volume for cut and fill, especially in comparison between two surfaces. That is where we are going to be making use of these two options. Right, if you find this video helpful and informative, do well to hit on the subscribe icon, as well as turn on your notification to keep on getting valuable tutorial freely. Thank you. See you in the next video.